His name is Roger Szafranski. During his junior year at Glen, he had 38 tackles for loss, and he was also White Pine Conference 2 years, All-State and All-American. His senior year was even more amazing. He was the leading vote getter on the UPI Class A All-State team, unanimous selection to the AP team, along with many offers to play college football. With all the recruiting going on, Roger picked Michigan. Go Blue. He spent 4 seasons with Bcshof in the mid-70s. Roger played on 3 Big Ten championship teams, went to an Orange and Rose Bowl, and played alongside many great Wolverines. Although injuries hampered him at times, he did start during his senior year. His time at Michigan set him up for great success after graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Roger Szafranski to the Big Ten Sports Hall of Fame.
The Bay County Sports Hall of Fame for this incredible honor. This honor surpasses being named All-State 2 times and All-American 2 times. And it's truly humbling to be here and be inducted into this group of fine athletes. I wish my 2 biggest fans were here tonight, my mom and my dad. They were always behind me. They always supported me in everything I did. I'd like to thank Mark Jaffe, a good friend of mine who nominated me, and wanted to thank the folks that had voted for me. My wife, Chris, who's here filming, who's always supported me. She's always been behind me, supporting me, and telling me when I was wrong, which is probably 99.9%. And I'd probably listen to her about 10% of the time. I want to thank my family and my friends. We got 3 tables here tonight, and it's just amazing that I'm such an outpouring of love. They're all here, and in particular, I wanted to thank my newly acquired family. I was put up for adoption when I was a baby, and it wasn't until a year ago that I was able to get the courts to open up the adoption records, and in doing so, it opened up a lot of information. And tonight, my biological brother Tim is here, and my biological sister Marilyn is here. And we have a brother who just passed away a few days ago, Tom, who was so much looking forward to coming here tonight. And we're heartbroken that he's not here. Wanted to say that when I was a kid, I grew up like a lot of other kids. I was a psychologist, I was a therapist, and I dealt with a lot of kids with a lot of self-esteem issues, and I lumped right into that group growing up. I didn't have much self-esteem. When I found out that John Glenn was having a meeting at the gym, I hesitated in going there. I wasn't going to go. I didn't think I was good enough to play, and I didn't know anybody at John Glenn because I was transferring from St. Paul Seminary in Saginaw. And the only exercise I got at St. Paul's was on my knees praying and lifting weights. I got into lifting weights there. And my goal at that time was to lift my my weight, which was a 210. And so I got over there on my bike just as they were starting this meeting. I heard all the yelling and carrying on a commotion on the inside with all the guys are going out for football, and I was honestly, literally this close to getting back on my bike and going home. And finally I just decided, well, I'll just step in and see where this takes me. Well, got through that, and then we started working out, and I was really out of shape. Jim Doyle had us running laps around the field. And you know, you always have those guys that were, you know, great runners, you know, 6, 8 of them. And then there were a couple of stragglers, and then there was this huge group of guys that were running together, and then you had a couple of stragglers. Then you had fat guys. And then me. Literally. Not kidding you. Me. Well, that wasn't bad enough. We started hitting. And again, self-esteem, I really wasn't, you know, real sure about myself. I started hitting, and it wasn't going too well. And Doyle called me out and told me that if I wasn't going to hit somebody, to get the hell out of there. And I mean, he humiliated me in front of everybody. And everybody was looking at me, and I really didn't know what to do other than you know, run off the field. But I had a little bit more self-esteem than do that. So I decided to, you know, get down on my 4-point stance and just do it. Just do it, and see, you know, how good I could be. And I literally ran over the offensive line. I grabbed the quarterback, and I didn't even tackle him. I just threw him down. And boy, did that feel good. I'm telling you. The defense came running up to me. They're all jumping on me, slapping me upside the head. I mean, it was positive reinforcement like I had never felt in my life. And that gave me the drive to get more. It was like a drug. I wanted more of that. So I started running over the offensive line and tackling, and running over it and tackling. They double team me. I'd break the double team. I'd tackle them. And you know, it got to the point where how far can I throw the quarterback? And how far will the ball go out of his hands? And it was just, and the guys were jumping on me and everything. Well, about 20 minutes into this, Doyle pulls me out, puts somebody else in, and I couldn't understand why. And so practice was over, we're walking off the field, and my head is down, going back to the locker room, and Doyle runs up to me and says, great practice, Raj, good job. And I said, yeah, but you pulled me out. He says, I couldn't run a goddamn play with you in there. I said, really? He says, yeah. And I said, I'll tell you, this was the pivotal moment of my life, because it was at that point that I knew that I could be more, and more than what I ever thought that I could be. So at that point, I was being told by a lot of people, especially a lot of college coaches that were recruiting me, that I was so good. And I didn't believe anybody. I didn't believe anybody. I wanted to see just how good I was. So I got into the weight room. I got up to 500 pounds on the bench press. I ran a 4.840. I ran to build up my endurance, to the point where everybody knows what a second wind is. But have you ever experienced the 6th wind, 7th wind, 8th wind, a 9th wind, a 10th wind, where you're running and you see your arms and legs, but you don't feel them, and you just run. And I knew that I could push myself beyond any limits that my mind said, this is too much. You gotta stop. You've done enough. Bcshof had a mantra that says, "Those who stay will be champions," but it meant a whole lot more than just being on the football field. It was beyond that in life, and you know what your beliefs are. Mine always have been God, country, family, and self. And never be complacent. Be the best that I could be. Doing the right thing, standing up for my beliefs, treating people the way I want to be treated, being charitable, and paying it forward. Looking back upon my life, I have the comfort that it was a good life. I lived it well, did a good job at everything that I undertook, and I feel like I've left a positive mark in the short amount of time that I was here. I appreciate you listening to me. I appreciate this honor, and that's what it truly is. And thank you.
Roger, I know what being last is all like. They used to time you at the sundial. Our first team being inducted tonight, ladies first, is that great volleyball team